everybody, it's Cara here and I am so mad. I hope you're all keeping well and you've had some sewing time recently. I am in a very unusual situation in that I have almost no sewing plans. I say almost, you know that's not exactly true, but I'm in a bit of a quandary. I have several patterns that I have bought and never made, and I would love your help in deciding which of these I'm going to make up and the fabrics I'm going to choose. So I do have in front of me here a pile of patterns, and so I'm choosing 5 dresses that I've bought the pattern for and never made, and I'm going to be putting over on my community tab the options that I've got here, and I'd love you to vote for it and see which one comes out top, and then I will make it. It's as simple as that. And I will leave this community tab running for a few weeks in the background whilst I'm cracking on with some other bits and pieces. So without further ado, I wonder what you think which patterns you think I would buy and then never make. I think there's going to be some surprises in here. So I'm curious to know where your head is going to right now. So let me start with the first pattern, and I'm going to put screenshots here which Cara of the future, editing Cara that is, will hate entirely because I don't even have screenshots of these particular patterns. That's because I've never made them before. Are you catching on? Okay, so the first one is a very popular dress, and it is the Rita shirt dress. Now, I don't quite know why I'm going to show you 5 envelopes, but I am. This is the Rita shirt dress. Here it is in its entirety, all printed out, ready to go, never been made. Now, if I will put the stock photo here of the Rita shirt dress, I love the style lines of this. I like the camp collar, I like that it's full length, I like that it's easy breezy, it doesn't look too complicated to make, so why have I never made it? I am not sure. And what I thought I would do is I would pull out some fabrics that I thought would be suitable for these projects, and there may be some interchangeable in here. So I would love to know in the comments below. I'm going to put a fabric to this pairing, but if you think I should jiggle it about a bit, then don't forget to put in the comments at the end of the video which one you would put with which, and also which you would have me make. Oh my word, that's a tongue twister. So you can vote on the community, but also I'd love it if you'd let me know your thoughts on fabric choices. And the fabric choice I've gone for the Rita shirt dress is this gorgeous viscose. Now, I was lucky enough to get this on a swaps table. I went to a Uckfield, I can't remember what they called it. Well, it was a swaps event, basically, a craft swap. And you took fabric and you brought back fabric, and you basically got a number of tokens based on how much you'd taken, and then you paid for what you wanted to take in the tokens that you'd taken. And I love this fabric. Oh my goodness, I love it. And this fabric was doing the rounds in all sorts of different colours when I first started sewing. It's just glorious. And actually the lady that destashed this onto the swaps table is quite local to me, and she's very kind, and she says hello to me when I bump into her at events and things. So thank you very much for destashing this. So I think this would look amazing as a Rita shirt dress. So let me know what you think. Whoa, I wonder what else is in my pile. What are you going to be thinking of next? Let's have a look. I just think this would be really easy to wear. It's an outfit in one. Now, every time I see this fabric, I have to say I do see a cord set, but actually I see cord sets everywhere, even in my sleep. So I need to break away from the cord sets and make some more dresses. So this potentially could be the Rita shirt dress. Well, I'm having a fight now with my nicely piled, my nicely folded fabric. I'm having a fight with it. Let me just lob that over there. Excellent. So, idea number 1, Rita shirt dress. Right. Idea number 2. Now, some of you may be shocked. Do not be alarmed. I have never made the saltwater slip dress. I know. I'm must be the only person who hasn't made a saltwater slip dress. Oh, I can't believe it. The saltwater slip dress by Friday Pattern Company. Sorry, the Rita shirt dress was by Named Patterns. Sorry, should have said that before. I made an assumption there. The saltwater slip. Now, actually, a lot of these dresses here are inspired by the lovely Tamlyn from Sewn on the Tyne. Tamlyn looks amazing in everything she makes, and I have to say I've gone on and purchased a number of these patterns because of lovely Tamlyn's influence. Thank you, Tamlyn. But the saltwater slip dress, here it is again. It's uncut, uncreated format. I don't know why I haven't made it. I think it's the back thing. You know, I'm not keen on having a very exposed back, but I have recently made quite a few things that have got an exposed back. In fact, I'm sitting here in an Esty, but you see the Esty comes up quite high, and I think the saltwater slip comes down quite low, and I'm just not, I don't know, I've got a curved spine, I'm not sure. Listen, I'm not talking myself out of it. If you guys are voting for the saltwater slip dress, then the saltwater slip dress it is. Also, Cara, you will never know whether you like the saltwater slip dress until you make one. So give yourself a chance. And that is what this video is all about, giving myself a chance and hearing what the general public, my lovely viewers, think. So, what fabric have I chosen, delved into my stash and reached out for, which I actually really enjoyed doing? And can I tell you, I actually came across at least one piece of fabric. I'm like, I've never seen you before, ever. I should get it out, actually. It's a zebra print Pontoroma. The only thing I can think of is that it was from the swaps that Sarah from Sew Sarah Style bought in, or of that ilk, at the Thurklow sewing retreat. If you destashed that at the Thurklow, could you let me know? Because I cannot remember picking that up, but I love it. And I'm a little bit cross to myself because I recently purchased some fabric because I wanted to make some summer loungewear sets, and that would have been perfect. Could have saved myself a few pennies if I'd shopped from my own stash. Never mind. So, back to the agenda. Are you still with me? That's good. Saltwater slip dress. Oh, I love this fabric too. I love it, I love it. I'm going to come a bit closer. Bought this from Cloth Control in Hastings. Quite a while ago now, actually, but never had a chance. Well, I didn't make anything up with it. I was going to make the Tompette blouse, actually, and I still might, but I think this is going to crease. It is creasing, and I think on the Tompette blouse, although it's got the right drape for it, I think it would just drive me crazy that I never iron anything, but that I couldn't iron it because the cowl of the Tompette just needs to do its thing. It doesn't need to be ironed in or anything like that. But this is such a glorious fabric. It's really lightweight. It's a viscose. I might curse myself when I'm making lots of bias binding for the saltwater slip. But then again, I have just recently bought some starch spray, and therefore I would starch the fabric to make the bias binding, just to give it that little bit of structure whilst I'm creating the binding, and then obviously it just washes and irons out anyway. So I think, but I just think that would be so simple, so stylish. Oh, lovely, little black sandals. What do you think? What do you think? Oh my word. Saltwater slip, it could be you. Right, that's that one. The next one I actually need to look up what it actually looks like, but I know I love it. And again, the lovely Tamlyn. In fact, I think the next, oh no, there's one more that Tamlyn influenced me with, but I've put that back because it's a bit short for this time of year. Tamlyn made a stunning Florence dress. I think unfortunately she was going to a funeral where she needed to wear something really bright and colourful, and it's in my brain still, so thank you, Tamlyn. But the Florence dress, let me put the stock photo here. From memory, I think it's got a lovely, I think it's buttons and then a lovely big full skirt, but all quite slender line. Actually not too dissimilar to the Rita shirt dress for that reason. And again, here it is. It doesn't look like many pages there, so I'm hoping that I have printed all the pages out. Back skirt, well, yeah, but it's here. I say that, I hope I've even got the instructions for it. I must have, if I've got the if I've got this, obviously I purchased it, so it'll be on my Google Drive somewhere, or actually on my Sew Over It account, obviously. So this fabric. This fabric. Look at this fabric. Look at this fabric. Oh, I love this fabric. Oh, isn't it funny how you can get totally just utterly attached to certain pieces of fabric? I bought this from Little Miss So and So. I'm pretty sure I did. Before she was closing. She doesn't have a physical shop anymore. I just love it. I think it's a Lady McElroy even. But I always thought this would look lovely as a Florence dress. It would actually look really lovely as any of those dresses, wouldn't it? Oh, just brings me joy. Just brings me absolute joy. And I can really see this being quite trans-seasonal as well. Oh my word, I've made myself some difficult choices there. So what do you think? What's your front runner so far? So the named Rita shirt dress. I've got the Saltwater slip. I've got the Sew Over It Florence dress in this amazing fabric. Ooh. Is that everything? Have I done one? How many have I done? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I thought I had 5. What have I done with the other one? No, I think I've gone for 4. I can't even count how many things it is. I think that's because I put the Hetty back. Hetty is such a lovely dress, but I think the version... do you know what? I actually might add a dress at this stage. I think I might add the Hope dress, but maybe not. Let's just stick to these 4. 4's enough to choose from, isn't it? Sorry, I digress. You're actually seeing the innards of my brains thinking on the outside. Sorry about that. So that's quite exciting. And then the last one, and then this is more of a I'm going to make, but will you prioritise this at the moment? Because I'm going to start with the fabric this time round actually. My lovely friend Rita bought me this beautiful fabric. This is actually from Mood Fabrics. Let me put that there a second. Just absolutely adore this. It's stunning. Thank you, Rita. Rita very kindly bought me a number of gifts when we met earlier in the year, and she's coming back to England, but I can't meet up with her. But oh, just lovely. I love this. And as soon as I saw this fabric, I thought of the let me think is it Core Fabrics do the Brise dress, and I'll put a stock photo in here of that. I just think this fabric and this in that dress is going to be amazing, and it's basically the pattern itself is very similar to both the Estelle dress from Sew Over It, which I've made several times, but it is a total dupe really of the Cézanne tie dress that they do every year. Now the reason I wanted to make the Brise dress over the Estelle is because I think the neckline is slightly more sort of rounded. I think that's really pretty, and it's also short sleeved, which again I think is a game changer, and I just think that will look absolutely lovely in that. Genuinely cannot wait to try that. So quite a short video from me, but I need your help. So 4 dresses, 4 patterns. It's got the Brise dress in this gorgeous fabric. I got the Florence dress by Sew Over It in this amazing fabric. Saltwater slip, which is going to be potentially in this fabric. And then last but no means least, the Rita shirt dress in this glorious fabric. Oh my goodness, how lucky am I. What a nice problem to have. So if you could head over to my community tab and vote, that would be amazing, and we'll leave that rumbling on in the background. If in the comments below, or you can't find my community tab, then please do just put in the comments below which you would prefer. And if you think there should be so many switcheroos on the fabric, with the exception of the Brise, because that has got to be jersey, then let me know that too. So I hope you're also having some sewing time and have got some projects planned, and it's always an absolute pleasure to hear from you, so I can't wait to hear all your comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I can't wait to update you in the next video, so stay tuned. Take care everybody, bye.